This will actually be the first time that my blue car has been on film. This is a 1978 Dodge Monaco. I love that car. Bought it in Georgia, Douglasville, August of 2020. Drove it home. Got 72,000 original miles on it. It's original, everything. I put the defense license plate on the front because it's funny. I love that car. Drives fantastic. Love it. got a 318 V8 engine in it. It's a light blue color called Wedgwood Blue. It's the original paint color. It's got the police wheels on it. They've been sandblasted and powder coated to satin black. It's a really clean car on the inside. It's been sitting for a while. I need to wash it, but I haven't done anything to the interior except lay some rubber floor mats in here. A full-size matching spare. Also a police wheel. 15x7. A huge trunk. Car is really clean. The windows roll up and down really nicely. Seats still look really good after so many years. Headliner looks brand new. Still has the chrome trim around the door edge. So growing up in the 80s, every TV show you watched and every movie, police cars were always 1977 or 78 Dodge Monacos. And a lot were Plymouth Furies, which is almost the same car. These cars were used on the Dukes of Hazzard as the police cars. These cars were used on the A-Team as a lot of the military police cars. Chips. A lot of the cars were these police cars. The Terminator used these cars. In Rocky 3, you saw these cars as police cars. In the background, in the parking garage scene, where Paulie throws his watch off and kicks it at the beginning. And then when Rocky and Paulie and Apollo Creed go to his gym in LA, they're in a yellow taxi cab. It's a 1978 Dodge Monaco. So these cars were everywhere back in the day. They're kind of famous for being themselves. They're kind of getting really hard to find now. And a lot of people who do have them turn them into replica police cars. And it's kind of getting harder to find one in its original state. It's never been painted black and white or white and made into a Roscoe car or something. So, but these cars have a reputation for being really, really reliable, and they just run forever, especially if they have the 318. They just don't seem to die. And so I used to have a 78 Plymouth Fury years ago, and I sold it. And when I came across a chance to have this 78 Monaco a couple of years ago, I jumped on it. And car runs great. All I've done to this car is put a new radiator in it. Mechanically it runs. I'd drive it to California right now if I had to. It had 72,000 and a few hundred original miles on it. And I'm almost about to roll up 74,000, and that's in about 3 years. So I don't drive it very much, but it always cranks up and always does what it has to do. The map light still works. It's got an 8-track player in here. And when I bought the car, there was a Dottie West 8-track cartridge sticking out. I think I still have it. Little glove box here, or ashtray here. The owner's manual. (1978). This is the Brom edition. And here it is. This was in the car when I bought it. Dottie West Country Sunshine. So I'll eventually put a modern radio in here that kind of has a vintage look in the front. And I may build a wooden console across here just to have a place to set drinks and my phone. I'll have it upholstered in blue vinyl to kind of match the interior. But for right now, I just plan on leaving this thing just like it is and driving it around like that. This is under the hood. Like I said, about a year ago, I put a brand new radiator on here. I got the radiator from O'Reilly's Auto Parts. Nothing fancy, just the original stock type of radiator. They just looked it up under the car and the year. I think it was maybe 150 bucks maybe. The car would run hot when I would drive it around, and replacing this radiator was the trick, and it runs great and doesn't run hot at all. It's got a new alternator. I've got to finish attaching the windshield wipers back on, and I've got to attach those supports back in position or tighten them down. When I bought the car, the horns did not work, so I got a new set of original style horns, and kind of wired them up. They're not finished off yet. I got to hook them into the horn pad. Haven't finished it yet. This is the old spark control lean burn system that Chrysler had back in '78. I don't know if it was successful or not, or whatever it was supposed to do, but the car runs great. Runs pretty quiet and smooth, but when you're accelerating up a hill, sometimes you'll hear a sound that sounds like a little bit of loose gravel in a coffee can, whatever that is. I think it's like a spark knock, and then as you kind of level out, it goes away. Yeah, like I said, car's been sitting for a little bit. I need to wash it and clean it up a little bit, but car runs great. Some of these cars had different trim packages. Some of these old Monacos had a big piece of chrome dressing that went up the center of the hood and a hood ornament. This one did not. This one does have these little turn signals I like for the driver to see from inside the car. That one there. That one over here. It's kind of cool. I am going to replace this antenna. This is I don't know if it's the factory antenna. Maybe it is. This is as far down as it'll collapse. And I bought a new one that's a power antenna that'll go all the way down, so I can take it through a car wash if I want to. But the paint job's so old on this thing. Anytime leaves sit on it for a while, it stains up, and you almost have to pressure wash this stuff off to get it off. I'll eventually get the car repainted down the road sometime. It actually looks pretty clean when it's washed up really well, but anyway. I kind of like these cars. Like I said, I've actually owned 2 General Lees from the Dukes of Hazzard. I've had the van from the A-Team. I've had a '78 Plymouth Fury that I had fixed up like a Roscoe car. And I don't think I'm going to do that with this car. I'm just going to leave it like it is. But it's a lot of fun to drive around. It's a good old dependable car. I'm not sure what they did 1977, 78, that these cars just still run so great today, 40, 43, 44 years later. But these cars were used on Hill Street Blues, Knight Rider, Hunter, just any of those old TV shows back in the day. In the movie E.T., at the end of the movie, when all the agents are chasing the kids on bikes, there's a black and white police car that pulls out and gets in the chase. It's one of these cars. So it's just a really famous car from back in the 80s. It's like the car itself wasn't popular, or it's not famous for one thing. It's almost like it's a character actor who guest starred in lots of movies and TV shows. And here's one in its original state. It hasn't been turned into a cop car yet, or a FBI car or whatever. So I'll clean it up. I'll come back and do another video, drive it around in some stuff. I just wanted to go ahead and get this on here now, put it up, let you guys look at it. I'll try to put some of my other videos up of my A-Team van and some other cars I've had. Thanks for watching.